Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we're gonna go back to the good old deck techs as the tournament series is over. I'm gonna feature some new decks starting today, and I got quite the toy for you guys as we're gonna be playing Chorizo, aka SHIRAZA Surprise Lethal, or what I like to refer to as SHIRAZA Tempo. Now, the big difference between aggro and tempo, which are terms that you have heard in card games before, they come from the likes of Magic the Gathering. In case you're newer into card games watching this video, aggro decks are very aggressive decks that start dealing as much damage as possible from turn 1 onwards. While on the other hand, a tempo list, at least from this is how I label these sorts of decks, right? For me specifically, a tempo deck is a deck that deals a certain amount of damage over a specific series of rounds. So instead of like going all in from turn 1, dropping my 1 drops into my 2 drops and trying to smack the opponent's face as much as I can, I build up a board and I combine certain cards to really go crazy on my opponent and deal most of my damage over the course of 1 attack. And the way we do that is we're playing 2 copies of SHIRAZA the Blade. This is a card that hasn't really seen much play, and I think it's quite underrated, but not easy to build around. But that's what your boy's for, as I had a lot of fun with SHIRAZA. SHIRAZA deals double damage to the Nexus. Therefore, some obvious things to do with SHIRAZA is, obviously she goes in a deck with combat tricks, as we want to buff her, as every source of burst buff that we apply onto her translates to double damage, right? So if we get her attack up to 6 and she connects onto the opposing Nexus, we're dealing 12, etc. So the idea is we want to give her either Overwhelm or Elusive to have her be unblockable, or have her deal damage over the top as she connects onto a blocker. So we have 2 copies of Might and 2 copies of Ghost from Ionia. I decided to bring in Ionia because I wanted more or less a similar shell to my Katarina Zed tempo list, as we are running Zed as a 3-of in this deck, and we are playing 1 copy of Katarina, but this is not really a Katarina deck like my other list. This is a deck that is really trying to benefit from the combat tricks that we have at our disposal. I really like Transfusion as a combat trick because of the +2 health. It allows our key attackers to survive single target damage based removal, and alongside the likes of Twin Disciplines, I feel is absolutely vital for a deck of this nature. Zed loves Twin Disciplines and Transfusion for obvious reasons, but so does SHIRAZA. The bigger we get her, the meaner she will be. And thus, if we have her with Overwhelm or Ghost, we can just one-shot our opponent, especially with the help of Elixir of Wrath, which is the ideal Elixir card for this sort of strategy. 1 mana +3 attack, you're getting a lot out of 1 mana. This card is absolutely insane, not only with SHIRAZA, but also with Zed as well, as any sort of buff applied to Zed is inherently duplicated. And we have an early game comprised of not only House Spider, but also the Crimson Disciple as a 3-of, and a 1-off of Crimson Aristocrat. I like Crimson Aristocrat as a 1-off because it acts as a bit of an extra buff for our attack that also gives us a body to potentially chump block as well. And I really love Crimson Disciple in this deck, not only because of the synergy with Transfusion, as we're able to deal 2 damage every time we ping her, but because she is a very reliable way for us to get chip damage on the opponent. Because Crimson Disciple, unless your opponent has a 3/2 for 2 mana, they don't generally want to block into her because they're not preventing the damage, right? If they try to chump block her with like a spider, for example, it's not really accomplishing anything, as we are taking down the spider and we're still dealing 2 damage to the Nexus. So she's a very reliable way, alongside House Spider, to get that chip damage onto the opponent so that we can put him at around 12, 14 health range, more or less. I mean, if we can do more damage, better, right? But that 6 to 8 damage that we can manage to rack up early on in the match can be absolutely crucial, so we work out for our late game surprise lethal with the likes of Zed or SHIRAZA. Alongside that, we have Kato the Arm, SHIRAZA's boyfriend. Apparently it's a secret, but they're dating. I don't really know. I don't think I want to know how these two get intimate. It feels anatomically complicated, but I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Regardless, Kato is really neat with SHIRAZA and also really neat with Zed as well. In case you're wondering, he said his level up requirement says, my shadows and I have struck the enemy nexus twice. This works with overwhelm as well. So if we give Zed the likes of might, or we attack with him alongside Kato the arm and we give him +3 in overwhelm, if we manage to deal some damage to the opposing nexus in that hit, that will count as Zed connecting, and therefore that will count towards his level up, which is very, very key. Kato is a very underrated card. I do think it's not quite there. I really wish Kato was a little bit more resilient. A difference between 3 health and more, like a 4-4 or a 5-4, like something like that would be just way more reliable, honestly. It would actually be a good card in my opinion. He's fun in this deck, but I feel like he would be actually really legit if he had a bit more resilience to him, because the 3 health makes him really easy to block for the opponent and very easy to take down for a 5-drop, which is unfortunate because he's a very fun card to play and works really well in this deck, as we have Darius as our prime finisher. When the opponent has been able to, stop us and mess around with our combo and we haven't quite been able to find the lethal, we can just slap in Darius on the board with 10 power and overwhelm and just quite simply overwhelm the opponent. Plus Darius plus a sneaky ghost is hilarious and does get us the win quite a few times. So that is the deck list right there. We have a couple of denies alongside Spirit's Refuge, Hashtag Soul Reforge, and the one-off of Will of Ionia to complete alongside Whirling Death are ways to interact with our opponent. But mainly we are a proactive, aggressive deck that aims to try to utilize combat tricks to not only push more damage, but preserve our threats and, keep them from dying from damage, and deny to stop very key plays our opponent can do, especially more so from reactive decks in general, as that is the deck list right there. Very fun to play. Put a lot of thought into it. It may seem like it's all over the place. There's a lot of 2-ofs, 1-offs, but I'm really happy. I think this deck is very close to fully optimized, and I had a blast playing it, and I got some really good games for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the matches that I got for you. And that's all I gotta say. Have a solid day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Runeterra content. I will be coming at you tomorrow with a new deck, perhaps, as we got the balance patch coming, and maybe the notes will be up as I am uploading this video. So perhaps I'll post some sort of comment pinned down below in case there's some new or some balance changes that haven't been revealed yet that happened. I would really like for that to be the case. So we'll see. And yeah, love ya. Thank you for watching. Have a solid day. I'll see you tomorrow. Interesting. Garen Anivia. Alright. But I'm only one transfusion. And SHIRAZA. I can always draw SHIRAZA later. Right now, like I need more of an early game. This is Zed's deck now. I mean, keep in mind, Zed is my main source of damage. SHIRAZA is a finisher. So I don't want SHIRAZA in my opening hand. Aristocrat is not something I want to drop naked. But yeah, depends on the context, right? I said nothing. I'm gonna play Zed now. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I definitely didn't expect that. Interesting. Interesting. I could play Zed here, but what if he has another Avalanche? I think I'd rather develop you.
The dark beckons. They cannot hide.
Recite, protect me.
Oh my god.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path alone. I don't carry change.
What could he have here? Besides an avalanche. An avalanche I can definitely play around.
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
I'm going in.
I will play my part.
Search them.
Strength, bitch! Look at this hit, look at this hit. Woo! Motherfucking Darius.
Escapes my watch.
Motherfucking Darius, son. Oh, I love it. I love this deny. Holy shit, I love this deny. Deny from the gods!
In Avarosa's name.
Will you be quiet?
Why not?
Alert the village. They're out there.
I'll spot.
them.
To the field!
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
Yes. This deck is fun, dude.
Night falls.
Hey, there we go. If you give Overwhelm to Zed, does he still get a stack to level up if he gets blocked? That's a very good question. Yes. If he gets blocked and he has Overwhelm, as long as he's dealing damage to the Nexus, he's triggering his ability. So yes, you can give him Might and level him up that way. It works like that. I'm gonna drop these two. I already have a 3-drop here. I'd rather have some spells, some combat tricks, all that good stuff. House Spider's a good card. You could have a single combat,
I'll try anyone.
which makes me want to drop you. So next turn I can play Zed with a transfusion backup. I love me some Undying decks though. I'm itching to play some Undying again. My girlfriend has been playing my Undying deck lately, and she's been really liking it. Thanks for being an amazing part of our community, man. You're really putting lore into the spotlight. I don't think I am, but I'm doing my little part, I guess. But I really appreciate the kind words, dude. Thank you. But Runeterra doesn't need me. It's such an amazing game. Like I would say, guys, just like for those of you who are like concerned about the viewership and everything, I'm just gonna say, like, be patient. This game will shine. I'm certain of it. It's just really high quality. It's such a good game. Ooh, you cheeky you. I'm actually okay with this. I'm very much okay with this.
darkness.
You weren't always this.
Only the worthy survive. We go as one.
I'm attacking with these to encourage him to block with the Chronicler of Ruin so I can level up my Zed. Leveling up my Zed goes a long way. Woohoo, nice. I could go with a transfusion, but I'd rather hold on to it. Like, I'm winning this race.
Claim what is ours.
I'm winning this race. Versus his Undyings. Fenwiller! Thank you, Fenwiller. Ooh, that's a neat draw. That gives me something to do. See, SHIRAZA here is great. Because alongside Zed, she just applies so much pressure. I think I can just jump block you. I'm not sure, unless he has like some cheeky tricks here, I'm not sure if I would attack with a Chronicler. We'll see.
Coming in hot!
Coming in hot! Oh yeah!
Our ancestors are watching!
Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo-hoo. He's getting some blockers in there.
Do not deny me.
I am not afraid. You would test my steel?
Good blocks. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that lethal though! Look at that lethal! Holy crap, dude. That's so clean. Woohoo! Woohoo! Ah. Nice. Definitely gonna keep Katarina here. Now this game is all about navigating around their removal, so we have to find the right timing.
Lady Elise, where are you?
We're not happy to see the hapless Ursa Drat. Definitely not happy to see that there. We need to break through his defenses.
Get me out of here.
I am the blade in the darkness.
For 4 mana, he can't really deal with Katarina now, so we're gonna go for it now.
Let the bloodshed begin.
That egg, did it move?
Blood for nothing!
Please, I have connections.
Ha! They'll never know what killed them.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Never fail. Let's dance.
Freeze control. Only the worthy survive.
The dark beckons. The order rewards its faithful.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path alone.
Back-to-back skitter really hurts us here. I can't. I have to.
No going back.
There cannot harm.
Without mercy.
You cannot escape.
Yeah. No matter what I do, I can't block this. I don't have the mana for it. GG. We kind of got smorked by a Karma Elise deck. That does feel a little bit bad. To be fair, he had like a very specific set of draws, right? And we didn't really, yeah, we just couldn't catch up with him. Like the spider play was too much. Back-to-back skitter, like double skitter, just really set us back. Like playing SHIRAZA there would not have been good. I don't think we could have done anything too differently that game. Like I did play around grass with the Undying, but it just goes to show the power of skitter.
Confine and contain. Nothing escapes my
Double skitter was like pretty brutal there, because not being able to block with our Zed. Otherwise, that's definitely a winnable game.
Without a sound.
You'll go no farther.
Silent as death. Night falls.
I was gonna hold on to the second spider, but now that I see the standalone, like we're going in. No need to preemptively buff. Let's see what he does. A single combat. Yes, well.
Only the worthy survive.
Nice.
So much power, crippled by restraint.
Power is nothing without purpose.
So judgment is what we need to watch out for here.
They won't suffer long. We go as one.
I should have buffed preemptively.
Act with conviction.
I should have buffed preemptively. This was a mistake. Alright, show me the judgment. Yeah. I should have gone for the transfusion first, but I mean at the same time, I do bait out the judgment easier here. So I guess in a way, like going for that kind of like guarantees my win though, doesn't it? Because if he's forced to judgment, the only other card that he can have is like a single combat, and he only has one unit on the board, which means he has to single combat his own judgment target. So I basically guarantee lethal no matter what. So I think while most of the time it may be better to preemptively buff because, you know, we're getting the shadow out of judgment range as well. I think in that case we can afford to not do it, and it's actually a better call. Alright, Bannerman. With no Fiora or Lucian, which is interesting, but I assume they're running Deny. Kato, get back in the bed, bruh. Not your turn yet. I'm gonna keep the Elixir of Wrath though, honestly. Alright, Jack in the Box, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night's sleep. Bannerman is overrated? Arigato gozaimasu. You mean the card? Because I don't know if I agree with that. Sparks Fire with the Prime. Thank you, Sparks Fire. Alright, Ghost.
The finest Demosian steel.
Oh, I can't wait.
This 2-3 kind of like just stops him. Honest Trex. Even though he can play a unit and buff it with the Battlesmith here, I'm still gonna develop the Spider because I do have Transfusion backup, which I can use for some favorable trades.
If I didn't forge it, you won't want it.
I'll go for the 5 damage here. Alright, so this is gonna get spooky. But that 5 damage can go a long way. Yeah, these Battlesmiths are gonna get to work here. Sure.
Dark beckons.
Remember the fallen!
It's a thick girl. I'm worried about Purify here. Because I have 3 mana, right? I can go up to 5. I have a total of 8. Which means I can play you alongside you. 4, 5, 6. But it depends on how... I mean, now that I drew Zed, I want to play Zed.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
I walk your path alone.
Like, I don't want to keep, like, 4 mana open just because of Deny. Because I want him to, like, play stuff onto this board, so I don't have to navigate as much around.
Sturdy blade.
Jesus.
Custom made.
Custom made indeed, holy fuck. Alright, let's go with you.
I don't carry change.
Only the worthy survive.
They cannot hide.
I love a taste of the action.
I have many faces.
I am not afraid!
hurts.
Considering how low he is on health and the fact that we have Ghost,
Ancestors are watching.
we can afford to wait out here. Like this would enable us to push 4 more damage, but I don't think we need it. We have the Elusives, we have the Ghost. He's piling up a lot of stats here, but we have a nice chump blocker in the Aristocrat, so we can definitely stay alive here.
To the field.
An apt pupil.
My life for the Order.
We strike. I'll turn the tide.
They follow the wrong master.
We're good with Ghost. This plays around Purify. We have Deny backup. We don't need to play Darius here. We're gonna finish him off here.
Smith, not a soldier.
We have Deny for a potential Judgment as well. And we have buffs to navigate around single combats. With even Shadow Shift here. Like, we have all the tools to win here this turn. Like, no matter what he has, I do not believe he can stop this. We go for the Shadow Shift, and we still have a Deny backup. Deny the Deny. Unless this man has a third single combat or a Purify.
Don't look twice. Into darkness.
Let's keep the Katarina. Okay, that's neat. That's neat. All right, let's see if we can get some wins with this. Like, we're doing well with this deck. We're not doing bad, but we're kind of like right now we're at like an even win rate. Like we're winning, we're losing, we're winning, we're losing. Let's see if we can actually win some games in a row. Because I feel like this deck does have the potential. We got to play it right. Arigato gozaimasu. We have to adapt to each matchup. This is a more control-based matchup, reactive. Maybe could be similar to my list. Which means it does run the Curse Keeper package.
Oh, I can't wait.
Nothing escapes my watch.
Delicious.
See the Demastian border from here.
Never play fair. To the point.
Ready the torches. Look out for Reavers.
Interesting play.
Alert the village.
What's that noise?
What delightful agony we shall inflict. Death. My bone.
They'll never know what killed them.
The spirit of winter awakens. The dark beckons.
No.
Strike them down. The Order rewards its faithful.
We have to go for it.
Ah, yeah!
No second vengeance. Okay, so if I bop you here, I bump you up to 18 to 8, which means 16, but I need the 2 extra damage, which means if he does have health gain anyways, he shuts me down regardless. So I'm better off like spreading out. Show me the grass of the undying. Come on. Let's hope he doesn't have another Vile Feast.
No going back.
How many has he played? 1, 2. That's 2 Vile Feasts. That's 2 Vile Feasts. He has 1 left in his deck. 14 cards. Hey! Yes! Got him, baby. Will, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I'm gonna keep everything except for Might. Does Atrocity deal double damage if used on SHIRAZA? I honestly, I'm not sure. It depends on what Atrocity says. If Atrocity is the one dealing damage, no. But if Atrocity says that that unit deals damage, but that doesn't make sense, right? Depends on the wording of the card. Atrocity is the one that deals damage, right? Yeah, then it doesn't work. We're gonna go for the open attack because if he does develop something like a Fiora with Twin Disciplines backup or whatever, then we're in a bit of a pickle.
The dark beckons.
I'm gonna play the Shadow Assassin.
I need no weapon. You cannot escape.
Okay. All right, threat nullified. I repeat, threat nullified.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Always 2 steps
Ahead. Night falls.
Fiora is a bit of a problem.
I never.
En garde!
Try me.
I'll handle this myself.
Alright, Darius. Handle this, please.
The finest blades for my...
I need only one to win.
Who gets tossed?
The finest blades for my...
I need only one to win.
Carve a path. Up top.
Like my blade?
Oh, please.
Nice.
Save my blade!
Blood for Noxus.
Our ancestors are watching!
Let me show you what I can do.
We got it, boys. We got the win condition. Hashtag sneaky Darius.
Afraid to show your face? Ha! I'd be more worried about keeping yours.
En garde!
I have many faces.
I have no equal.
Alright, here we go. Oh my Wamo. Shindado!
None shall oppose me.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Your move.
Wait, what? This man's playing Ghost? Well, shit, I could've just attacked with this guy then. Dude!
I'll try anyone once.
The hell?
Let them eat swords.
En garde!
Look what you.
Okay.
Go time.
My turn.
Carve a path. I give you muscles.
I am not afraid!
Cut the breath from them.
Why does it not say that I lose the game? Because I lose the game. If I let this go through like this.
You would test my steel?
Why does it say the eye's lying to me? You know one of the cool things here?
extra muscle never hurts.
Got him.
SHIRAZA!